I did something I can't take back. It didn't happen in a moment of anger, and it didn't happen because I was reckless. It happened because I was silent, chose to hide a truth that was staring me in the face, and that choice cost me my home, my privacy, and the one thing I valued more than life itself, my daughter's face. I'm 82 years old, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I disappeared while I was still standing right here. For nearly 20 years, I lived alone in a house that smelled like lemon wax and old stationery. I was fine. That's what I told the world. I mowed my own patch of grass until I was 75. God, I thought I could do it all. I drove myself to the market, I handled my own bills, and I carried my own grief when my husband passed. I was the strong one in our family. Yeah, the strong one. My daughter, Sarah, would call every Tuesday and ask, "Mom, do you need anything?" And I'd sharpen my voice and say, "I'm fine. Sarah, go tend to your own life." I thought independence was a trophy I had earned. I didn't realize it was a thin glass floor, and I was already starting to see the cracks. It started with the small things, a silver spoon, a set of keys, a pill bottle. I started dropping them, not because my hands were shaking, but because for a split second, my brain simply forgot I was holding them. It's a terrifying sensation to feel an object just slip away because your mind flickered for a millisecond. If you're over 70 and you find yourself fumbling with the things you've held your whole life, don't tell yourself you're just clumsy. Clumsy is for children, but for us, it's the first sign that the internal wiring is starting to fray. Then came the tasks, the things I've done for 60 years without a second thought. I stood in front of my own washing machine one afternoon and just stared. I knew what it was, but the dials looked like a foreign language. I didn't know which button started the water. I stood there for 5 minutes, heart hammering against my ribs until the memory finally slotted back into place. I told myself I was just tired. I went and took a nap. But you can't sleep off a brain that's starting to misfire. I started noticing my body was overcompensating for my mind. I was walking closer to the walls in the hallway. I was stepping over the threshold of the front door with both feet, stopping to breathe. My body knew I was in danger before I was willing to admit it. God. These minor missteps, the way you hesitate at a curb or the way you hold the banister with white knuckles, those aren't just getting older. They are predictions. Your body is bracing for a crash that hasn't happened yet. The first real void happened at the grocery store. I've walked those aisles for decades. I knew exactly where the cinnamon was. But that morning, I turned down the baking aisle and I didn't recognize the labels. The colors were too bright. The words were gibberish. I walked in circles for 10 minutes with an empty basket, feeling like a ghost in my own neighborhood. If the places you love suddenly feel like foreign countries, stop. Don't push through it. That is the first siren going off in the dark. Are you listening to your body? Or are you just hearing it? I heard the static. I felt the dizziness when I stood up too fast from my recliner. I noticed the way I'd lose the thread of a story mid-sentence. But I wasn't listening. I was translating those signs into normal aging. I was making excuses because the alternative was too terrifying to face. Admitting the fog was rolling and meant admitting I wasn't the strong one anymore. God, and that was a price I wasn't ready to pay. My silence, it was the thief. By ignoring those small mistakes, I was slowly handing over my independence to the shadows. Every time I hit a forgotten name or a burnt pot, I was digging the hole deeper. I thought I was protecting my dignity, but I was actually destroying it. Because when you hide the truth from the people who love you, You leave them completely unprepared for the moment you break. And believe me, the break is coming, whether you talk about it or not. The morning it all shattered was quiet. I woke up, walked into the kitchen, and saw a woman standing there making coffee. She had my eyes, she had my husband's jawline. She looked at me and said, "Good morning, Mom." And for the first time in 82 years, the world went completely blank. I didn't know her name. I didn't know how she got into my house. I looked at my own daughter, and I felt a cold, sharp fear. God, I was looking at a stranger. I couldn't trust my own heart anymore. That one tiny mistake, staying quiet about the fog, changed my entire world. If I had spoken up a year earlier, we could have planned. We could have talked about doctors or treatments or just the truth. Instead, I waited until the lights went out completely. Now, I don't live in my house anymore. I live in a guest room in hers. I don't drive my car. I sit in the passenger seat while she watches me out of the corner of her eye, wondering if I even know where we're going. I'm a guest in my own life now. God. I had to learn how to fight back from the edge. I started carrying a small black notebook in my apron. I write everything down, the day of the week, the names of my grandkids, what I ate for lunch. I stopped being embarrassed. I told Sarah, "Sometimes I won't remember your name, but I will always love you." Saying it out loud didn't make me weaker. It gave me a weapon. I regained control by surrendering the lie that I was fine. You can only save what's left of your life if you're honest about what's already gone. If you are over 60, I need you to look at your life right now. Really look. Are you putting things in the wrong places and forgetting them? Are you losing your words in the middle of a sentence? Are you grabbing the furniture just to keep your balance? These are the 3 warning signs I ignored. The vanishing object, the lost thread, and the unsteady step. Do not ignore them. Do not wait for the morning you look at your child and ask, "Who are you?" Go to the kitchen, call them, tell them you're scared. Because the only thing worse than losing your memory is being alone when it finally goes. Don't wait for the fall. The fall won't wait for you. See you soon. Bye.